All right, so I get her point. She's saying that Wade Wilson didn't do premeditated murder. He was just under the influence of drugs. Now, let's be real. I know a lot of people that have taken substances and have major addictions and are violent, but they've never strangled women to death. They've never ran over women. They never went to Palm Beach County and sexually assaulted a woman. They never tried to kidnap and beat women. It's simple. If you believe what this person is saying is true, ask yourself this. Would you let Wade Wilson watch your kids alone without any drugs in his system? Your answer is the reality. What's next? Somebody can hurt a child, but because they were under the influence of drugs, it wasn't premeditated and they just had a bad day. It's like somebody getting a DUI, vehicular manslaughter, and them saying, well, he was drunk, so that's why he did it. No, that's the whole reason. Because you were drunk and you committed such a heinous act. So many organizations, so many people in prison have major drug problems. But they don't attack women. They don't attack children. Yeah, they done some horrific shit, but they weren't going after innocent people. They were robbing drug dealers. They were breaking into places, robbing banks and doing all that type of shit. And they were under the influence also, but they didn't get any pity. They're doing 10, 15, 20 years life. Dudes that part of organizations that committed murders and got high before they did it so they could get the courage to do it. They didn't get off because they were high or had a drug problem. They're on death row right now for it. Would you let him pick you up and take you in an Uber across the state? I understand a lot of people, are attracted to this. It's like almost like sympathy for the devil. The greatest trick the devil ever made was saying he never existed. But let's be honest. You can't have a history of attacking, sexual battery, killing women and say it was the drugs. It's accountability. It's reality. You could put as much tattoos on your face. You can make up everything and say you're the real life Joker and it's really like this and really like that. But the reality is this. If the man got in contact with you and said, oh, you love me? Oh, you're going to ride out with me for the next 20 years? Will you bring cell phones in for me? Will you bring dope in for me? You're going to do it, right? You're going to throw away your whole career, your life and everything, right? For him? Be honest with yourself. Is that what you're going to do? There is no pity. There is no such thing. There's dudes that are in racial organizations that have severe drug problems. Pretty much that's the culture, right? A lot of people fuck with that needle on the inside. It's what it is. But they're still held to a standard. They still go after chomos. They still go after people who hurt vulnerable women trying to represent their organization. It's just not allowed. Because as I explained in the other video, a lot of these organizations started out as people banding together, the elite ones, the ones that were down to stand up for themselves. They were tired of the abuse. And then they ended up getting so much power that they took shit over. And half of them were high as fuck when they did it. When they had riots against other races and other organizations, or when they went after the CEOs or other people that were at odds with them, other men. They never went after a woman. They never assaulted a, officer that was a nurse or a woman for no reason because they were high. Eventually, you have to say to yourself, it's reality. Stay out, stay free. Us.